Welcome. Hello everyone. What we're gonna do today, there is no city as you see. It's just one of the maps I got from workshop. I
What does
worked
it
on this
feel
map
like to drive a
ages ago. I
cloud?
would say like maybe
What
two,
does it
maybe
feel
3
like
years
to
ago.
steer a river? What
And
does it
was
smell
lost.
like to smell
I
a
managed to
mountain?
get the map back,
At Jubilee,
but
we're
I want to
committed
show you
letting
something
you do the impossible.
that
And
you can
now
use.
we've succeeded
That's
in
gonna
letting you
work on
drive
your
the
console system.
undrivable.
It's gonna
The
work on your
Jubilee
vanilla,
dimension.
and if
The
you use
car
mods,
engineers
you can
said
actually
shouldn't be
just
made.
improve
Test drive one
what I'm
today
about to show
and
you.
experience what scientists for decades
Couple of
claimed was
features on the
beyond
map, but
the
the main thing
realm of
today
safe
we're
driving.
gonna focus will be your
Jubilee. Be reasonable
cargo
or be fast.
and trains. That's the main goal for today. So with this map, that's your starting tile. You can play this with 81. I have just now. You can play with 9. You can play with 25. It really doesn't matter. It just basically the main thing for you will be the position of the feature I'm gonna show you. So if you want to help yourself with traffic, train traffic, which is a problem in this game for a long time, and basically the only solution for it is just using mods. But with console and vanilla, of course you can use it. I'm gonna show you a way how to avoid any issues with the traffic. So what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna use one of the points on the map. So I'm gonna build something and then I'm just gonna move it to any other place. You can start this build basically on any point of map, whatever you choose. It could be at the end, which I prefer if you have 81 tires mode, or you can do it just straight after you reach your 9,000 population and you get to trains. In this case, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna use a flat section of the map just to make it easier to show you an example. If there's no flat terrain, you can still do it, it's just a bit harder. So let's just go into that. So the first of all, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna have oops, let's just go back. What we're gonna have, I'm just gonna make a flat terrain just in here, and I'm gonna remove some trees so you can actually see what I'm doing in here, and anything that is in there. So basically just some animals, which of course we're not gonna use them. So the main thing for you, at any point of the map, let's just do our train tracks. So to unlock them, we need to build a road. For 1 second, and as you see, it just started. There we go. So I'm just gonna remove it for now. There we go. So what you have is, that's your line. Yeah, that's your line coming into the city, and let's just say that's your entry, that's your point of exit. So what I'm gonna do, just to show it, it will be pointing into the right direction. So entry to the city, and that's going to your starting tile. So with this, if you have your starting point, all your passenger and cargo train, we're just gonna use this line, 2 tracks. If you're doing this on most occasions, it's just right and left, so direction from the map to your city will be the bottom one, or if you look like that, it's our right side, and the left side they're coming back. So what you can do, you can actually build a way that all your trains, they're just gonna stop in here, drop off cargo, drop off passengers, and then you can use your cargo train and you can use your passenger train to get them from this station to whatever location you like to. So what I will do, I'm just gonna move it just now. Okay. If you start with the road, just to make it easier, I'm using modes just to keep the angles, but basically you can do this manually. No, I'm actually gonna do this without any modes. Let's just stay away from them. Just standard road, and what will be the next step? I think the best way is just leave yourself some space. So I'm gonna switch everything back. There we go. So I will do standard, which is 400. There we go. And you can remove this middle section. We don't need it. The first thing you're gonna do is just to see the size. See, this one, it's a bit bigger than this one. So if you have this way and this one in here, what you can do, I'll show you just now. See the train track, you can have them like that. So that's your traffic coming in as a cargo, and that's your passenger traffic. So what you can do just now, you can just remove this, and you can use our train, and you can just connect it. So that's coming from outside your map, and what they're gonna do, they're just gonna touch at this point, and that's it. There's no way they're gonna go any further. Now what you have to do is find a way to transfer people from this station to the new one. So what I will do, I will just do the same way. See, in this case it should be different layout, and the reason for it, this station is giving you train tracks like that. So if you want to connect them, you can use this, and that's you connected. The only thing with this is, I think the best way is make passenger loop and cargo loop. So instead of doing this that way, which I'm gonna avoid just now, we can do this slightly different. So I'm gonna show you just now. Sorry, quick save, there we go. So let's remove everything again, and let's just add a road in here. So one loop we're gonna have for passenger section and one route for cargo. Passenger will be first because it's closer. So that's your passenger. I'm gonna show you in a minute why I'm leaving so much space in here. So that's your passenger. So you need to have connection. I can do it, let's just say, just like that. So that's your connection. From this, you need a connection back. So we can use slightly nicer way for this. Let's just go in there. Yep. So if train from outside the city is coming in here, all those people, they're gonna jump off the train and jump into your trains. So you can set up a line straight to your city. They're gonna come in here, drop off, go back in here. So you can use it. Because if you go to your park and we can do city park like this one, and if you get this park like that, anyone who's gonna enter your park will actually gonna use it, and you can just add something in here. Let's just add them restrooms, and now we go shop in there. So every time when someone is in here through the park to your next station, what you can do, you can just charge them if you wish, and that's your basically tickets for the train to get to your city if you wish. There's no other way to do that, but just in case if you want to, I'm gonna leave it for now, but that's just an option. I did it once, but then I just set up price for the park for 0. So I wasn't thinking it's just a good way to make money to the city. But let's just leave it. So that's one way. As you probably noticed, with the game you have pocket cars. So that means your passenger come in here, go to road, and all of a sudden there's a car, which I don't know how they did it, but they have it with them on a train, and they're just gonna use it. So you will have more traffic on the stations that is actually necessary, so you don't need it. And the best way to avoid this is just make this loop. So what they're gonna do, they're just gonna drive from here in here and just jump into the train, and there's no connection to any motorway that required any traffic. It will be just local. You have to bear in mind that because it's like a local, there is no, of course if you get to the stage with the depot you can use it, but you have to remember it will be good to actually add things like your hospital, your police, and your just this one, and your fire station, just in case if they catch a fire, it's just gonna help them out. Same, they need to be self-sufficient. So we need water, which could be there. We need connection to it. There we go. And of course some power, which could be there. And that's all connected. Yeah, we have power, we have water, that's all working fine. So how to add cargo to it? So the thing you can do.
Horse Economy 3 smashed PC
Sorry, I
sales
forgot
records
about
and
that,
took
but
the
now with
industry by
this
storm. Now the hit equine
Sunset Harbor
economic
DLC,
simulator is a new
if you have
expansion
it,
that delves into the cutthroat
you
world
have
of real
inland
estate.
water
Horse
treatment plant,
Economy 3
which you can
stable
just
markets.
add
Can you work your way from
as a
low
part
horse
of
to
your
be the
build.
head of a major real estate
Let's just say
empire?
there.
Can you spin your
Get
holdings into
connected.
$1 billion
If you don't have this
Can you work
DLC,
your way
it's
under the
absolutely
fence and
fine.
out of your pen
All you have to
onto your
do is
life
just
as a
connect this
property
to your
mogul? Spreadsheets
to your
have
city,
never been
and
hotter.
that's your
Pre-order
sorted.
now and get a free
So
horse hat.
that's
Horse
working,
Economy 3,
and basically
stable
if you have a
markets.
connection
Buy
to
low,
outside
sell
world,
high.
you can use it. But what about cargo? So with cargo, basically you can duplicate it and just add another loop. So I'm gonna do it just now. The thing with this loop, it will be just smaller. Let's just go. I always say, let's just go in there. This and this, and there we go. That's your cargo station here, and well, that will be good. That can be a bit closer. Sorry for that. One step. We can have it in there. So that's your loop. The only thing, there won't be any connection. That's it. I'll show you why in a second. And you can have this, let's just say, in there. Connect some water to it. So there is no warning about water. We can have power. There we go. And all you have to do is find a connection between those two. So we can have this in here. We need to move it, sorry. Yeah. And with that, all you need is just a connection to the outside world, which could be there. There we go. And connection to inside world, which could be there. So that means you can have it, but you can say, what's the point of this? That's exactly what I'm suggesting. See, from outside it's one line, because that could be your 25 tiles or 9 tiles if you're gonna use that, and that's outside world connected to your first stations in here. But after that, I would suggest just double the line, so you can go just like that. And as long as you keep it separate. The morning about sewage. Okay, sorry, I forgot about connection. Sorry guys. So as long as you have this train track connected to cargo only and this to passenger only, there will be no passenger train spawning on that, and there will be no cargo train that you're gonna see on that line. And you can have those in 4 points of your map if you have 4 connections, 2 points if you have 2 connections, and basically that's it. The only thing I tend to do is you can actually make a connection between those 2 loops, which you can use, for example, this road. I know it's a massive one, but it's just gonna look okay. If I go up, let's just say 8. There and there. So that will give you, your fire station, your police department, all your resources will be, all your services, sorry, will be connected to both of them. The only thing you need to remember will be this recycling center. That's part of Green Cities DLC. If you don't have it, again, you have your incineration plant, which could be used as well. This one I just prefer to use that, and that will give you coverage for basically everything. And that's it. That's all as it is. It's really simple, and that's built using vanilla asset. You don't need to do basically anything more than that. You can double your tracks using vanilla tracks. You can use that just standard train station, standard cargo train terminal. So there's nothing here that can be used if you're playing on a console system, or if you're playing vanilla on PC. No mods required whatsoever, and you don't need 81 tiles, you don't need unlock 25 tiles. This could be positioned at any point of your map. The only thing, of course, is just the look of it. It's not the smallest option for your city, but I'm gonna show you with the magic of YouTube what you can achieve if you do this like more compact and just using some mods. So bear with me, I'll be back in a couple of seconds. So welcome back, and as you see, I just changed a couple of things, and still that's all you can do. It's just different station if you're using assets, different layout if you're using your way and your approach. I'm using those 2 loops because I prefer to keep passengers on this loop,
I'm famous chef
cargo
Tony
on
McGoney,
this loop,
owner of
and
Tony
the connection
McGoney's
between them. You can use
And when
just
people ask
standard,
me
it doesn't
where I
have to
get
be
my award-winning meat from, it's from
4
one
lane.
place, Meaty Bits.
Just
No
to give
matter
access
what you need, be it a smoked pig,
to
a goat
all
by
the
sunset, or a 10-foot alligator and a
services
salty
between
brine.
those 2.
Meaty
So
Bits
what we
will
have
get
in
it to
here,
you
you
fast
have
with a
your
smile and completely
so
without
we
judgment.
have
So, if it's good enough
medical
for Tony
center,
McGoney's
we
Steakhouse,
have
why not
our
be good enough for Joe Public
fire
Service?
station,
Yeah.
we
Get in
have
touch
police
with Meaty
station,
Bits and tell them Tony
and
sent
of
you.
course we
Meaty
have
Bits. If it ever was alive,
our
they can get it to you dead.
recycling center in this case, but you can also use incinerator
Coffee.
if you wish.
Fuel
If you
of
wish,
the
that's
modern
an
economy.
option. But
The
how to use
age-old
it
Italian tradition of burning
with
beans
your
and
truck.
drinking the
So,
bitter bean juice.
if you build
At Burn
this,
Bean Coffee, our environment
because you
is
don't have
perfect
mods,
for all
using
of your
console,
work
playing
needs.
on console,
There's
you
no
playing
better
on
place to
a
be distracted
vanilla
than the
game,
Burn
you
Bean
have to
Coffee
build
Shop and
this
Cafe.
just
Our
over
coffee
there. Of
technicians
course,
are trained to make a
different
variety of coffees and sugar
terrain
coffee-themed drinks just
will
as
give you
like.
different solutions
All
for
while
that.
generally making more noise
Different
than anyone
options.
could reasonably ignore.
So
So drink up and let
just
the
if you
productivity
repeat
flow.
this 2,
Sippy
3, 4,
sip
5
coffee
times,
fans,
it's
Burn
gonna make
Bean
it easier
Coffee.
for you.
Get it while it's hot.
This time I'm
Due to
gonna
recent
use
court
a
actions being
mode,
required to warn against the
which is of course move it. Just beauty of that. But I'll show you one thing that you can do with that. Because see, if I select all of that, let's just go for this part. Oh, so I'm gonna remove those 2 points because I don't need them. So again, if you select this part, what you can do is move it. You can export this selection. So let's just say outside collection export, and then you can use it again. This case, I'm gonna copy that. I can move, I'm gonna copy. There we go. So I'm gonna go to my tray in here. What will be the best spot for it? I will say probably there. I'll show you in a second why. So that will be good spot. Yeah. So first of all, we have to remove a couple of train tracks from here. And I'm saying you can still use vanilla for that. It doesn't have to be modded. I'm gonna use this side, and I'm just gonna make this plain, and it's selected. Yeah, I'm just gonna copy this, and we're gonna put this just in there. Of course, it doesn't fit well. It's too low a bit. So what you can do, you can set the height. If you move it, that's what I'm saying. If you're using vanilla, you're absolutely fine. All you have to do is just actually build this on the point. There we go. I need to pause this. I forgot about one thing. See all those trees? I forgot about prop anarchy off and on. So give me 2 seconds. I'll be back. So back again, and now prop anarchy for trees is off. I think we're gonna go for that, and all you have to do is just raise this a bit, somewhere like in there. There we go. Of course, it's not gonna take you pipes, so you can select them or you can just put any ones, which whatever you prefer, it's gonna work anyway. So you have own source of power, water source, sewage, or you can connect this to your city sewage system. So all we have to do just now is make a connection with our train there and there. Just for now, I'm gonna just connect this in here, and with this, all you have to do is just find the best connection to track that was there before. There we go. That's you connected. So now every single train coming from here, we're just gonna go here for your passenger, here for your cargo. That will be drop. See in here, there will be tons of traffic from your cargo. So there will be just a lot of trucks moving a lot of stuff. But see, the best thing with this traffic, whatever is coming in here, it doesn't have to be connected to a city. It will be just connected in here. It's the only reason to do this. It's basically game mechanics, so you can avoid getting this to your city, and that's the best way to use and to separate cargo and train. I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna use it in my cities from time to time, but just for now, it's just for this tutorial, just to show you how to do it. And it's really efficient. All you have to do is just train line from this station to your city and back and forward, and it's working pretty well. I tested a couple of times and it's working pretty well. So basically you can use it with any city, any asset that you have. This one here, that's from workshop, but standard station is working absolutely the same. It's just, I really love it, honestly. It's looking so good. But you can use it with any asset, and basically that's on its own. And if you're using 81 tires mode, basically you can forget it's there. It's just gonna work. Of course you need to check it from time to time, just in case it's like a glitch, train stack or something like that, but that's just standard thing you have to do with this game anyway. So thank you so much for this video, and I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're gonna use it in your cities, and let me know in the comments what you think about that. Thank you so much. Bye bye.